Good afternoon, Learning Lab. I hope that we are on here today. Let's just see here. I think we are. All right, we got a few fun things for you this evening. Um, we're going to be doing some soil sampling as well as building our irrigation system. I think Kaden wants to watch a movie or something. So hopefully he'll get going on that shortly. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right, so to get started tonight, we're going to go look at our plants across the room that are growing in the window over here. So I'm going to go take the one camera that I have, and we're going to go take a tour of them. Give me 1 second here. So once again, we're going to go over to the window and look at the plants. Hopefully you can all hear me today. Nicole will keep track of the website to let me know if nobody can't hear me. Here we go. So today we're going to look at these plants. So once again, we have the three that are growing in various different types of soils, and we have the three that we were watering different ways. So as you can see, is the one with water has one that's growing fine. The one with salt, I don't see anything growing whatsoever. And the one with that's been watered by soda, the one in the top left corner there, if you can see, is sprouting just a little tiny bit there. And of course, the soil one that's planted in soil is doing the best out of all of them. Surprisingly, the next best is the one that's just in rocks. And lastly, we have the one that's in sand. It looks very interesting. I am dripping all over the place here. So we're going to go back to the computer here and let's see what they did. I told you I would have a video for you, so let's look at that now. So here we go. So this is over the course of quite some time. So this is the front window of the church. I moved them around a little bit today. And let's get through here to see this. Hello, everyone who's joining us tonight. So this is up through April 29th. So remember, we did this 2 weeks ago. And if you notice in the top left corner, you'll start noticing the plants start growing soon, and in the bottom right corner. So here we go. And you'll also notice us cleaning up the office one of these days. And here we go. So once again, keep an eye on that bottom right corner and the first pot you see on the top left. And you'll notice that it's starting to grow there on the top left. And this was 5 days ago, 17, 19, 6 days ago. 5 days ago. You'll notice the other one's starting to grow too. And if you think of where they're leaning towards the day, is the window is the only source of light really in the office. So when the sun comes up, they all point towards the window. When it gets dark at night, they kind of straighten out. Then when it's sunny out, they all point towards the window again. All right, so there we go. All right, so let's go back over here now. And we're going to do some soil testing for you today. All right, so we've done this in the past, but we'll do it again because it's always interesting. We did it with my garden the other year. Today we're going to do it with the community garden. I don't know what Nicole's clicking over there. Oh, because I have to go to another video here. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you where I got this soil from. So let's roll the video here. All right, here I am out by the garden again. I'm going to take a couple samples of dirt here. First thing I'm going to do is from this pile here, which will go back where the potatoes are. So let's just fill that up nicely there. That's good. The other one we'll do is over here where we'll plant the rest of the vegetables. So it says to dig down 4 inches. Let me go get a shovel over here. Here we go. Let's dig down about 4 inches to get our sample here. Let's look about 4 inches. And we'll fill up our cup here. Vegetable area and our potato area there. Sending you back upstairs. All right, so there you have it. And Nicole can now go online and talk to you if she would so choose. That's the web browser on there. All right, so once again, as you saw, I collected 2 samples from the garden. One is from the potatoes. I'll hold it up over here by this camera. One is the potatoes, and the other is the vegetable garden here. Hopefully y'all can still hear me here. If not, Nicole can turn up the first microphone if it gets a little too soft. All right, so I do have to read these. What? Who has a question? I guess you can. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pills, and we'll be using only one of each today. So the first test we're going to do is a pH test. So this one says to use the green compartment thing. It says fill the test chamber to the line that's marked on it. You can see the line right there. So once again, we're going to fill it up to that line right there. I'm going to mix a little bit from both samples together because my directions it says you can do that. So add a little bit from there. Oh, I guess that's already full. Now we'll add a little bit from the other area. Here we go. All right. A little too much. We'll take a little bit out there. There we go. And there you go. We have it up to that line there. Next it says to hold the thing horizontally over the test chamber, carefully separate the 2 halves of the green capsule. So we got some music in the background. We'll see if Facebook or YouTube picks up and yells at us for playing it. So it says separate the 2 halves. This is tough to do here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. So there we go. We have it all in there. Then it says using the pipette to Carefully fill the test chamber up to the water line. So the water line is up here. And that looks nice and full. We have to put the cap on. Make sure it is seated properly. Make sure it's seated properly, and then shake it thoroughly. Uh-oh. Oh, I do have the pH chart. It's the thing on the front of it. And then it says wait for about a minute. So we'll let that sit for about a minute, and we'll take a check on it. And while that's doing that, we'll start doing the next test. So the next tests, hold on 1 second. So the next tests all use the same soil. So this says to use 1 part of soil to 5 parts of water. We'll take that stone out of there. So we'll add, once again, a mixture of soil here. We'll put it to there, to 5 parts of water. Do you have any more comments on there, Nicole? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 parts of water, and we will mix that up thoroughly. And when this is done, we will look back at the other one. And Nicole, can you grab a pencil and write down our findings? Thank you. I'll give that another minute or so to settle down. All right, so with that, it says to do what? So this, we have to go fill these 3 compartments up with our soil mixture dirt. And I did one earlier, so it's a little bit clearer. It might not be clear enough, but that's all right. I'll do this again this week and tell you my findings if we can't figure it out today. So we'll fill it up to that fill line over here. Hopefully you can see it there. All right, that's the blue one. Let's do the purple one. And we'll prep the orange one, I guess this is. And while we wait that for those to settle for a moment, let's look back at this. So it looks slightly green. It's a little off in the color, but I'm thinking maybe between a acidic level of 6.0 down here. It looks kind of like that color on for me. Maybe on the screen you guys can pick better. So compare this to the chart and let me know what color you think it looks most similar to. And Nicole will let me know what you guys say in a few moments. All right, let's put that back over here. And let's go grab our things right here and mix them up. So after that, it says that we should go and remove the appropriate colored capsule, holding it over the chamber, separate the two sides, and put it in. All right, so we'll start with purple over here. Let's make sure we get the right amount of time. Oh, this takes 10 minutes, so we'll do our next part after this. So purple tapple. Separate the two sides. Uh-oh. And put it in. Didn't quite separate, more broke, but that's okay. So put that in over there. Now I'll put the lid on this one. And we'll shake it. Shake that one up. Let it sit for 10 minutes. And let's do the next one. Orange looks like it's next. Here we go. If I can open the bag. You got another one, Kaden? There we go. Let's pour that in there like that. And we'll shake that one up. Shake that one up like that. Shake that one up so it is nice and mixed up. We'll let that one sit for 10 minutes. And lastly, let's do the blue ones, which looks like something happened to these over the past year because they're not really in the shells anymore. Let's hope I can get one out without breaking them all. Interesting. So there isn't really a container on this anymore, so I'll just kind of break it up and let it drip in there. Not much left on the wrapper. Guess whatever testing thing they do there eats through things, so I'll probably eat through my fingers, but that's okay. And we'll start that one up. Here we go. And this test kit is a year old, so it might not work out as good as it would have last year. That's okay. All right, so we will set all those aside now. And while those are sitting there, Nicole will click back to the other program. We're going to move on to working on the irrigation system in our garden. So you don't see it behind me on the ground here, but I do have all the pipes laid out already from how I set them up in the garden earlier today. To get water to the garden, I'm going to show you a quick video of where I put everything in the garden while I clean up this table. So I hope you enjoy this video that I'm going to show on the other program, the Media Shout program. There we go. I just to give you an idea of what we are doing here. Last year we used this dripper tube, which is not too efficient. It drips out of the whole thing. So this year we're going to be building tonight a new irrigation system. But I already went and dug and trenched a pipe under the ground. You can see it comes up here. It goes over there. I fit it between the path. I put a little piece over here in case I want to connect something to water the front garden. And then it goes back here to where it will hook up to the hose. So that is what we will do tonight to water our garden. Enjoy. All right, so that is what I did so far with our soil test. Let me grab a piece of paper here. So if you remember, here we go. Now, if you remember, our garden is shaped like a U. With a bench over here. We usually grow the herbs over here in this section. And I've already planted potatoes over here. And because I had too many potatoes, I also planted them over here. So in that video, I have the pipe coming up here in this corner. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put together the rest of the pipe. So how is it going to go? There's a straight piece here with an elbow there. A little piece here with an elbow there. A straight piece here. It's got a T off there. Straight piece here with a T there. Goes there. And it goes all the way over here. And all the way over there. And that's all that I had here. So this corner's going to have a T, I believe. And this corner's going to have a T with a piece that's going to go here with the end over here. And over here, when we put it back in the garden, is we'll put some emitters on this. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So this is the pipe that we are going to be putting into our garden. Last year we used a different type of pipe. I kind of showed it to you in the video that the whole pipe just dripped out of it. Well, this year we're going to use this pipe that I have in my garden in the backyard. So how this works is we have the black pipe. The black pipe has no places that water comes out. These are the fittings. This is a T. As you can see, it looks kind of like a T. And I'll have to show you an elbow when I pick them up. And these are the emitters right here. If you see this little black part right here. These drip at a rate of 1 gallon per hour. So if we left this whole pipe on for an hour, a gallon of water about should come out of that spot. A gallon of water would come out of that spot. A gallon of water would come out of that spot. So that's a lot of water. So we probably won't keep it on for an hour every day unless it's super, super, super dry out. I normally water it for about 15 minutes in the morning, and that puts about a quarter of a gallon, which is quite a bit of water, right at the roots of the plant, and that seems to have done pretty good in my garden. So let's go look and see if we can set this up. So in this garden is the emitters, where it waters them, are about 18 inches apart. So in this section, it'll let us plant 6 plants from front to back. And going back and forth, I think it's probably another 5 plants before we hit the spot of potatoes. And this section here, we're going to have the black tube go to the front so that we can add littler things there next week when we plant our garden. And I'll show you how we do that next week. All right, so let me show you how we put this together. Hopefully I do it correctly. Since I did some of it outside already, and I need to do some of it now. So we got a short tube here. We have one with 6 emitters. So once again, that should be this section over here because it also has a T. So that's the first one I'm going to put in together. So I'll hold that up here. I also need a long one with a T. think looks like a long one with a. Yeah, this is right. Yeah, with a T on it. So this one's going to connect to that one, and I didn't have enough elbows, which are the corners, and I still haven't found one. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is an elbow. This is an elbow. I don't have enough of these pieces to. There we go. Yep. I don't have enough elbows to do every corner, so the best way to do it is to just take it, put a T in, crimp the end, and the water will not get out with a crimped end. So let's go put this together here. So this one, as I mentioned, goes together with this one. These are kind of fun to do. I wish you were here because you kind of just push them together here. Wiggle them back and forth a bit until they're nicely in like that. There we go. All right, so let me just keep going here. And we are live, so I cannot fast forward through me doing this. So you just have to bear with me for a few minutes here. That's that one. This corner does have a T. I know that this one goes next to that one. Get a little wiggling. So this piece I just did is up through here to the corner. Once again, it's up through here to the corner. And this little black piece here will not have any drippers on it. Anybody have any comments? Next piece I'm going to do. Next piece I'm going to do is down here. So once again, how I push them together. And there we go. And the last piece I got to make sure I do correctly here. Alright, so this piece here goes across here over here. So this one's going to connect to both over here and the other side. I hope. I do need one more piece of black pipe, but when we go outside and I put this on there in a few moments, I will grab another piece of black pipe. And the last piece I got up here for you goes over here. And that is this piece right here. Let's get that together. Anybody have any comments? Questions? Statements? Alright, so that should be good. All right, I got these last two pieces here, and I'm going to take you guys outside with me. Hopefully I get the sound working today so you can listen to me. So just give me a second. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's go bring this all outside. And if you can hear me now, write yes, so I know before I walk out there today. Anywhere? Yes? Can you hear me? Yep. Okay, here we go. That's really delayed today, but that's okay. I'll bring this out. Let me go get my scissors over here. Let's go for a walk. Good thing that you guys can hear me today. Last week you couldn't. That's okay. Alright, here we go. Let's go outside to the garden. We have to do. Hold the tripod. Open the door. We'll put you guys there. Open the door over here. And I'll bring this out over here. There we go. We'll one out here today. And there's the church. You see it? Oh, let's not fall down. Oh, there's a piece I was missing. Right there on the ground. Alright, so let me just set the tripod up here. Put the camera. Alright. So here we go. So once again, a garden is U-shaped. We got a couple herbs already growing here. Got our chive. Got a celery over here. Potatoes are growing there. That's one spot I dug some dirt from about 4 inches down, and that's the other over there. And the pipe comes up in this corner over here. I'll go finish this right now for you guys. Hope you guys can hear me. Okay. Untangle it all. Alright, so over in this section, we'll show you me putting it here first. I have these little clips. There's little clips that hopefully will hold it down a little bit. This I designed so this piece will go back here. Get rid of the old system. Go back here. Oh, what? No, I just what I'm doing. Try far away. Nicole said I'm very crackly. It's probably because I'm outside. do apologize for that. Cole can tell you some of what I'm doing as well. It will be down once we start covering up the potatoes. Put that there. Alright, let's do this last section here that I didn't finish yet. Once again, it comes up from the ground over here. One's going to come over here and connect in that corner. Tilt this down a little bit. And this one's going to go in the middle. Should have. Oh. I found the other elbow. There we go. So we connect this one over here. Connect this one to that. And we're going to put a T in to finish. We connected in all spots over here. So the T goes to the one that comes to the ground. And we're going to connect this one here. So you can fill this in a little bit over here. And there we go. So there's our irrigation system. Again, let me. So there we have it. So we got our water system all set up, and let's check and see how our tests came out here. Hopefully they look all right here. So we got the K test, and K is potash strength. Potash. All right. So potash in our soil is, what do you think? I would say either negligible or certainly deficient. There's a little color to it, but it's probably somewhere way down there. So might need to figure out how to add some of that to our soil. The nitrogen test doesn't really look like any of the colors whatsoever. Soil might have been too cloudy still. So I'll have to see if this one comes out at another time. And phosphorus is the same thing. I mean, there may be phosphorus in it because it did change to that color. But it's a little more green than the pictures indicate. So again, we'll have to see if this one changed to a different color this week. And I'll go test them again later when the water settles even more than it has now to see if that helps. So I hope you all enjoyed our work tonight. And let me see who's on here. So you think it's light green, medium green, dark green? Hope it fits down the stairs. Just reading everyone's comments here. Anybody have any questions? I mean, you could submit your tests online if it in fact does actually work. As I mentioned, they're from last year, so they might not have a timetable of that long. So I thank everyone for joining us tonight. All right. Does Nicole want to close us in prayer tonight? No. Okay. I will close.
I did have something to say.
I will do announcements after I close in prayer. So don't hang up or leave right before I'm done. Let us pray. Lord, this evening we once again come to you and we thank you for giving us the opportunity to still stay connected online. Lord, we thank you for giving us this earth that we're going to plant this garden in the next week or so. Lord, we ask that you help us to successfully plant this garden, that everything will grow nicely so that the kids can come in and pick these vegetables during this summer. Lord, continue to be with each of us in this time. Continue to give us hope and give us your love. We lift this prayer to you in Jesus' name. Amen. So Nicole has an announcement to make.
I just wanted to tell everybody again that if anybody needs help on their schoolwork, I know it's a little tough doing everything online and virtual, but if you do need help, I am here. You can have your parents text or call me, and then we can set up a day and time where we could meet online and I can help you with some of your schoolwork. So, thank you.
Sorry, just typing here. So once again, I thank you all for joining me tonight. And we'll be back here live next Tuesday at 6 o'clock p.m. And we'll be out in the garden actually planting the garden. It looks like it's finally moving past the frosts after the next couple nights when it's once again freezing outside. And we don't want to kill all of the plants that we had to go find. So hopefully that'll all work out next week and that'll give us something to do together. So I thank everyone for joining us tonight, and I hope that you have a blessed night, and hope to talk to you soon. Take care and God bless.